than listen to your parents.
Listen to your parents.
Because as a kid, I was never interested in anything but playing. So that was my thing. Like, कि भाई cricket खेलने जाना है मेरे
So
को.
now you are thankful to them कि भाई okay
Yeah,
उस time maybe
yeah.
you were not thankful कि
उस-
you are oh they are pushing me into it, you are not happy.
I was like, कि I can do something else. That's much easier. I can just do that, and I'll be okay.
Hello Ram Ram, this is RD and this is Mr. Rocket. So आज यहाँ पे कैंपिंग में आए हुए हैं, तो आज देखते हैं, पूछते हैं रॉकेट से कि भाई क्या रॉकेट करता है और व्हाट ही इज़ इनटू. तो भाई रॉकेट अपने बारे में कुछ बताओ, तुम व्हाट डू यू डू?
Day to day, I'm a software engineer / architect. So doing software related stuff. And मुझे सॉफ्टवेयर बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग लगता है, और उसके साथ में मुझे हार्डवेयर भी काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग लगता है. तो कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ सॉफ्टवेयर हार्डवेयर काइंड्स ऑफ थिंग्स मुझे इंटरेस्ट है.
तो भाई जो रॉकेट की कहानी है बड़ी इंटरेस्टिंग है. जब पहली बार मैंने सुनी थी तो आई फाउंड इट इंटरेस्टिंग, दैट्स व्हाई आई थॉट आई शुड शेयर विद यू गाइस. And what I found is Rocket is basically from a village in Haryana, Dhakla, and now he is in DC. So Dhakla to DC का सफ़र क्या है? तो ढाकला टू DC का सफ़र ये है. तो लेट्स से रॉकेट से ही पूछेंगे स्टॉप बाय वन. तो रॉकेट आपने what did you study in India?
I studied.
How was your like till high school? What kind of student you were? You were an average student or you were a good student?
I was a very nalayak student, but I was good in math in India, in my school, and physics and math, they were relatively easy for me for whatever reason. I failed Hindi from 6th grade to 10th grade. Every final, every half
You
year.
failed or you got less mark?
I
only?
failed.
Failed. Miss
I
failed.
failed.
Then how did you move from one class to another?
Because of the other classes.
Oh, because of the other
The
subjects.
classes. Yeah,
So
yeah.
you were good in other subjects. That's why you were able to.
I took from 6th to 8th.
Uh-huh.
Sanskrit used to be there. We used to have an option of Sanskrit, and French and German was there, and I chose Sanskrit of all the things.
Huh.
And from the first class of Sanskrit in 6th grade, I failed. No, I passed the first midterm or whatever, the half year Sanskrit in 6th grade, and then I failed the final in 6th. Then the 7th grade I failed both. 8th grade I failed the both.
But they still let you go to the next level because of the other subjects.
Because of the other subjects and stuff, I made it through. In the board exam,
10th exam.
10th exam, 10th board exam, my mom sat with me.
डंडा लगाया.
क्योंकि मुझे तो था कि उस दिन भी मुझे बाहर खेलने जाना है मेरे को. कुछ भी हो जाए, मतलब कि सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज़ खेलना ही है मेरे को. तो शाम को खेलने गया हुआ हूँ. उसके बाद रात को मम्मी ने लगाया हुआ डंडा कि पढ़ो. एंड मुझे तो हिंदी पढ़ी भी नहीं जाती मुझसे अच्छी तरह से. तो
अभी भी नहीं पढ़ी जाती?
अब तो बिल्कुल ही नहीं पढ़ी जाती. तब
अब तो छूट ही गई. अब
तो कुछ भी हिंदी नहीं पढ़ी जाती. पर उस टाइम पर मम्मी मुझे पढ़ा रही है. मम्मी क्वेश्चन पूछ रही हैं, क्योंकि मुझे क्वेश्चन रीड करने में ज़्यादा टाइम लग जाता है. रैपिड राउंड चल रहा है रात को, या मतलब कि 1-2 दिन पहले से.
तो ये तो अच्छा है कि स्कूल वालों ने दे डिड नॉट कि भाई एक एग्जाम में, मतलब कि एक सब्जेक्ट में फेल होने के बावजूद भी दे लेट यू पास, दे लेट यू गो टू द नेक्स्ट क्लास. दैट्स अ गुड थिंग है. तो बट बाकी वैसे इन द
उसके
क्लास
बाद में 12th ग्रेड में आई मीन 11th 12th में फिर मैं साइंस में ही घुस गया था,
हाँ
साइंस क्लासेस। फिर पर या आई मीन 10th 11th 12th में साइंस, एंड देन उसके बाद में इंजीनियरिंग स्कूल्स के लिए अप्लाई किया। उसकी भी कुछ कहानी है खैर।
हाँ
Apply
some other time.
yeah, some
Yeah,
other
yeah,
time.
or if
Yeah,
it is
that will be
quick,
some other
then you
time.
can include it if you want.
Well, I wanted to go into not into an engineering school, but my dad pushed me into engineering school.
Oh, you did not wanted to be engineer?
I didn't want anything really. I didn't have any ambitions.
You just want to play cricket?
Yeah, I just I just wanted a yeah, like a non-ambitious whatever, would have worked out for me. But my dad, he was an engineer, and my brother was an engineer, so they pushed me into engineering school, which I'm actually fortunate कि उन्होंने डंडा लगाया।
Now you are fortunate कि they force you,
Yeah,
and it's good thing for you.
Absolutely. I mean, that was fortunate कि मेरे parents knew more about
What is good for you?
what is good for me, because I obviously didn't know anything about it.
तो अंकल आंटी ने या तुम्हारे ब्रदर ने पुश किया, उसके बाद देन तुमने इंजीनियरिंग में एडमिशन ले लिया।
Yeah.
तो व्हाट हैपन इंजीनियरिंग में कहाँ पे?
इंजीनियरिंग में फिर मैं गया। Fortunately I got into IIT Bombay.
अच्छा
And I did my mechanical engineering from IIT Bombay. And when I joined mechanical engineering, I thought anything that's in front of me, like I was like, this is my life. So like, so I was like, I have to be the best. I mean, I have to slog and understand everything mechanical engineering.
इंटरेस्ट हो गया।
इंटरेस्ट बना लिया, अगर नहीं था तो तो अच्छी अर्थ कि बड़े होकर मैकेनिकल इंजीनियर ही बनूंगा मैं।
तो अब उसमें पैशन आ गया कि भाई इंजीनियरिंग में, और वो भी मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग में।
उसमें पैशन आ गया कि भाई बॉयलर्स कैसे बनते हैं, या फ्लूइड मैकेनिक्स और व्हाटएवर कौन कौन से इंटरेस्टिंग कोर्सेज लिए थे, अब तो याद भी नहीं है। पर उसमें एंड देन उसमें मेरा थोड़ा बहुत इंटरेस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ मेरा एक फ्रेंड भी था तो उसके फादर was the professor of robotics for master's program in IIT Bombay. So he and I joined robotics and controls, interest in robotics and controls. So I got a little bit of exposure to software engineering, so C++, a little bit, like how to calculate finite element, boundary element analysis, how to figure out stress on some moving things or whatever.
But your major line was mechanical engineer.
Yeah.
And you had some exposure of software from there.
Yeah.
And how did you move to full-fledged software from there? How did you, what happened after you graduated from IIT Bombay?
So after I graduated, so come fourth year, fourth year nobody does anything. So I was a total, I shouldn't even say these things, but I was,
you were not interested in jobs?
Yeah, I was late in, well, no, I was interested in jobs, so I got a few job offers coming out of, but I didn't really want to get into jobs. So a lot of people would either go into MBA programs or will go into
do something,
IAS
की तैयारी करने के लिए।
Yeah, so MBA, IAS, or apply to foreign universities. Those were the three basic things, unless you were going to just do a job. Like I had job offers, but that was not what I wanted to do. So I was late in applying to universities. So I applied to only like maybe 3 universities. And I got into some university in US in computers.
So out of 3 options, major 3 options, you chose the third option, going to foreign university, which is US university.
Yeah. So like the first 2 universities I applied, they didn't give me full scholarship. They gave me half scholarship, and half scholarship is still not enough.
Not enough.
Yeah, not enough. So The full scholarship I got was in the computer science department in some university here.
तो भाई ये वाला जो चीज़ है ना, ये फुल स्कॉलरशिप का ये वाला पार्ट मेरे को काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग लगा था कि व्हेन ही डिड हिज इंजीनियरिंग ओवर देयर, तो उसको यहाँ पे फुल स्कॉलरशिप मिल गई पढ़ने के लिए कि
Yeah.
पढ़ो यहाँ पे, हम तुम्हारी फीस भी देंगे और तुम्हारे खाने पीने का भी तुम्हारे को इंतजाम करेंगे। तो एक
Yeah.
कंपनी थी, उस
Yeah, so-
कंपनी ने, हाँ बताओ।
तो जैसे कि जब यूजुअली जब यूएस में जब फुल स्कॉलरशिप जब मिलती है,
हाँ
so you become typically you become a university employee of some kind. So
हाँ
the university will pay you money,
हाँ
and you help the professor who you get the scholarship from.
हाँ
You help him in doing either teacher assistant work, which is basically means कि papers को grade करो और ये सब
हाँ
कुछ करो,
हेल्प कर दो प्रोफेसर
yeah,
को।
or research assistant if you are lucky, then you don't have to do that. You can help with the research that the professor may be doing. So he'll assign you some mundane tasks and you help him with the research or whatever. And in that course of time, you get paid to do that stuff, and your college classes are free.
तो उसमें तुम्हें यू डोंट हैव टू ब्रिंग एनी मनी फ्रॉम इंडिया, यू डोंट हैव टू लाइक इट्स अ सफिशिएंट
Yeah.
मनी टू लिव हियर,
In I don't know what
more
it is
than
right
enough?
now.
no more than enough
Yeah.
when it was in your case, like you never had it, oh आई पैसे नहीं है
नहीं।
या कम है,
Well,
मतलब
पैसे तो खैर
खाना पीने का
होता है।
चल जाता है आराम
Yeah,
से,
yeah, yeah.
मतलब यू कैन लिव, यू कैन हैव ए नाइस कार, यू कैन हैव ए नाइस अपार्टमेंट।
No.
No?
No. So
हाँ
obviously, you can spend any money you get. And
yeah,
you're
you cannot have a
always
Tesla,
short. Yeah,
but you can still have a nice okay car for the student.
I wouldn't say so.
Okay.
Mm, it's
बट खाने
enough-
पीने के लिए
oh, yeah,
एनफ है वो, मतलब रहने
खाने
के
पीने के लिए
लिए।
अच्छा है। अगर तेको buses लेनी है इधर
हाँ,
उधर,
हाँ।
you can afford all of that stuff. You can
You
pay
don't
your
have to
rent.
bring the money from India.
Yeah, you don't have to bring money from India.
Okay.
You're definitely not. If you are getting a full scholarship,
हाँ.
then you can.
Easily manage everything. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but yeah, obviously, like if like what I did, kind of stupid things, buy a computer and buy a internet connect, like internet connectivity back then,
Which
when
was
I
expensive at
which
the
was
time,
expensive,
initially.
and all the whatever, you can
Right.
run out of money as
हाँ,
well.
but
like,
or you can put it that way कि you had enough money to spend on these things which
Yeah.
you don't need to at the time,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you were able to afford that. So
Afford,
it
yeah.
means you had enough, more than enough.
more than enough to survive. Yeah.
So tell me about that company who was like not company name but company
typically,
who,
like
what
I
they
said,
were.
So like I said, typically when you come to get a scholarship, you work for the university. Sometimes there are things called CoOp scholarships where you can not only does the university have an interest in you, but also like a private or a company outside of the university has an interest. So they co-work the finances out in some way, so that you get to be an intern at a company rather than checking some papers and all that kind of stuff, grading papers, which can be tedious. You can go work at a company. And so for my case, it was a co-op, and so I got to work at a company during that time, and which is good because once you kind of finish your masters or whatever, you would, if you didn't do any, if you did decent job, then you may get a job offer right off. So you don't have to worry about those kinds of things.
तो
once you
इसका
graduate.
कहने का मतलब ये भाई ये है कि यूनिवर्सिटी जो है वो ही अपना कंपनी से टाई अप कर लेती हैं, एंड वो कंपनी का टाई अप और यूनिवर्सिटी का ऐसा हो जाता है कि यूनिवर्सिटी गेट द मनी फॉर द स्टूडेंट एंड द कंपनी पे फॉर इट, एंड देन स्टूडेंट व्हेन ही हैज़ फ्री टाइम, लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल वैकेशन टाइम में जैसे गर्मियों की छुट्टियां होती हैं, और आफ्टर द स्टडी इज़ डन, then he can work there.
Yeah.
So he has a job as well ready for him.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing. It's a win-win situation for company, university, as well as the student. The
yeah.
student don't have to worry about the money. He
Yeah.
can get money for his.
And I mean, so like it depends upon person to person कि कोई जनता होती है जो कि very research oriented, right? I mean, so like and there's enough people that I have known who want to get into being a researcher after they do their masters and stuff. So for them, maybe co-op is not that great because they want to be research assistants, and so they want to work within the university, not work on the problems of today, but on problems of tomorrow. So while when you're in the co-op, you get exposure to the industry, what's the hot stuff that people are looking for, and you can, by contributing as an intern, you can develop experience which is relevant for the workforce rather than go deep into research. With me, I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. So even after I did my co-op, after my co-op program was over, I went back to job, and then after 1 or 2 years of job, I said, I want to go back to university because university life is
was better. It's better.
It's more fun, and it's also more challenging. Like if you want to take the right kind of a research angle, then it's more challenging, and it's more.
So university life is, you are saying, is far better. How it is compared to university life in India? University life here in US, if you have to compare, how it is comparable?
It's so it depends on the person. So if
Miss, from your perspective,
from my
you like
perspective,
here the university life, or was it good over there as well as here?
you could get away with a lot more in India than you would here, and partly because you're new to this area and you don't want to get into trouble or things like
तो
that.
मेहनत करनी पड़ती है. मेहनत
so-
करनी पड़ती है. मतलब मेहनत के बिना कोई सब्स्टिट्यूट नहीं है उसका. मतलब मेहनत तो यहाँ पे ज़्यादा करनी पड़ती है.
you
अगर
could say
सब्जेक्ट में
that.
है ना.
यहाँ पे जैसे कि अगर I mean this you would also attest to is कि जैसे इंडिया में जनता क्या बोलते हैं, तुम्हारे इमोशनल साइड को तुम्हें वो फोर्स करती है, जैसे कि ना कि अरे भाई मुझे ये कर दो यार, मतलब कि क्या अरे क्या होता है इसमें, जरा लगा दो, जरा थोड़ा हेल्प कर दो जरा. तो जैसे कि ज़्यादा उस टाइप की इन्वायरमेंट ज़्यादा इंडिया में होता है, जैसे कि लेस ऑफ इट हियर इट्स योर वर्क स्पीक्स फॉर योरसेल्फ,
not emotional,
not कि अरे जरा at least in the university setting.
area.
Okay. Like you have to kind of you have to rely on yourself.
तो अब जैसे कि let's say somebody who is in 10th or 12th student, उनको what do you recommend कि what they can do or what they should do, and if they are like mediocre student and they are what's your advice to them?
Well, if I go by my experience, it's to, if your parents are well versed in what they are talking about, then listen to your parents.
Listen to your parents.
Because like as a kid, I was never interested in anything but playing. So that was my thing. Like कि भाई cricket खेलने जाना है मेरे को.
So now you are thankful to them कि भाई okay. उस time maybe you were not thankful कि you are they are pushing me into it. You are not happy.
I was like, I can do something else. That's much easier. I can just do that, and I'll be okay. But
now you realize that was good decision.
Yeah, it's like like my parents used to say, and I'm pretty sure everybody in India, the parents push
सबके
their
parents
kids.
ऐसे ही करते हैं.
Yeah,
right?
so everybody pushes their kids and stuff, where they say कि या तो मेहनत अब कर ले, या तो तेरे को बाद में मेहनत
करनी पड़ेगी. हाँ, that's true. Parents तो करते हैं.
तो parents तो इंडिया में ऐसे ही करते हैं. And it is almost I'd say now that I'm whatever years old, I think it is it's definitely the case.
तो भाई कहने का ये है कि there is no substitution for मेहनत तो करनी है.
एक चीज़ है कि जैसे कि I mean इंडिया में ऑब्वियसली कंपटीशन काफ़ी है क्योंकि
ज़्यादा है।
ज़्यादा है
हाँ।
कि
इंडिया और चाइना में कंपटीशन ज़्यादा है क्योंकि वहाँ पे पॉपुलेशन भी ज़्यादा है, तो कंपटीशन भी ज़्यादा है।
क्योंकि इतने कम जॉब्स हैं इतने
अपॉर्चुनिटीज कम है।
आई हैवंट बीन टू इंडिया
हाँ,
रिसेंटली
नहीं आज के दिन भी वही है, आज के दिन और भी ज़्यादा है
कि अपॉर्चुनिटीज कम है एंड क्वालिफाइड जनता बहुत है एंड यहाँ पे यूएस में थोड़ा बहुत ऑपोजिट नॉट ऑपोजिट बट यहाँ पे इजियर लाइफ है लाइफ एज इन
मतलब अगर मेहनत करना चाहते हो इफ यू आर डूइंग देन chances of success are higher that you can get succeed if you want to find a job you can, and if you are ready to willing to work hard you can get it.
like कि जैसे कि I mean I don't know कि this is any there I don't have any statistics in front of me or anything like that but like people are content with their kids going into the art programs and stuff like that, so like somebody has an interest in doing music major or a history major or international relations or English
हाँ यहाँ पे मतलब अलाउड है मतलब कि पेरेंट्स दे अलाउ
it's not it is perfectly acceptable for somebody to do that
नहीं वो तो यहाँ की लाइफस्टाइल डिफरेंट है
पर it would be a disappointment in a place like India.
Right,
so
right.
like
हाँ ये तो है कि इंडिया का एनवायरनमेंट भी डिफरेंट है तो वहाँ पे तो अगर तुमने साइंस नहीं ले रखी तो इसका मतलब आर्ट्स में गए हो तो यानी कि तुम निकम्मे स्टूडेंट हो ज़्यादातर, यही मतलब हमारे टाइम में तो यही होता था
हमारे टाइम में
कि भाई अगर तुमने आर्ट्स लिया तो इसका मतलब साइंस नहीं मिली तुम्हें तो मतलब यू आर नॉट गुड।
तो मैं मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग में कैसे गया था मैं क्योंकि सबसे पहले कंप्यूटर साइंस वाज बुक्ड it was already taken electrical was taken and then the mechanical so I ended up being mechanical engineering
तो
so yeah it's like beggars can't be choosers kind of thing
तो भाई बंद करते हैं, अभी काफ़ी लंबी वीडियो हो गई है तो बेसिक वही है कि रैप अप करना चाहोगे रॉकेट, व्हाट डू से इन रैप अप, डू यू वांट टू से सम लाइक कि सम स्टेटमेंट विच यू लाइक कि ओके भाई मेहनत करो एंड अपना जो भी दिल में है करो आगे और फिर मेहनत विल ऑलवेज पेज यू बैक, hard work always pays you back.
No, it doesn't always pay you back
if you do it in the right direction. If you do it मतलब hard work करो but at the same time मैं ठीक direction में भी
I mean know your self like कि अगर आपका गोल है कहीं पर the best physicist पर आपको फिजिक्स से अच्छा आप केमिस्ट्री में हो
राइट
तो इट वुड बी रॉन्ग टू लाइक कि और इट वोंट बी रॉन्ग बट it will be counterproductive for you to invest so much time enhance your own personal
नहीं पता भी नहीं होता कई बार, जैसे कि ना फॉर एग्जांपल लेट्स से इन योर एग्जांपल यू वर इन मैकेनिकल इंजीनियर राइट and you had then you developed the passion for it कि भाई मेरे को अच्छा लग रहा था right
exactly
but at the time computer was not your line but now today computer is your line.
I think passion at least for me and a lot of people I know I feel like you become passionate about something when you actually start understanding something
understanding like understanding is more like you become more passionate about it
so like
so you can develop the interest
like the interest like obviously there's been numerous times in my life where I was like this is the line that I'm in
right
or this is what I'm going to do and there's obviously there's nothing else for me but this so that's the same thing in my high school life in my college life it was mechanical engineering. I was like fully I shitted on every other discipline. I was like, oh, you guys are stupid. Mechanical engineering is where everything is at. And it's because I understood mechanical engineering the best at that point.
Okay.
And so then I understood, now I'm computers and software. I understand that the best. So now I am most passionate about it because, any new thing that happens or something, I want to know.
तो भाई कहने का मतलब ये है कि ये नहीं है कि ये लाइन तुम्हारी है तो तुम्हें वो दूसरी लाइन में नहीं जा सकते,
Yeah.
चेंज भी कर सकते हो, क्योंकि लाइन चेंज करके कई बार होता है कि ओ नाउ यू नो दिस लाइन एंड दैट
तो
लाइन माइट बी बेटर फॉर यू, इज पॉसिबल. सो
yeah.
इट्स नॉट नथिंग इन कि ये नई लाइन तो.
एक और एक बात है, जैसे कि नहीं कट नहीं
हाँ
करना
नहीं नहीं
था।
नहीं, बोलो बोलो, ठीक है.
एक और बात है कि द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग इन स्टडीज,
हाँ.
आई नो कि not everything is lined with this, but the thing is problem solving. Like कि regardless of whatever line that you're doing, get the problem solving in, because it's applicable everywhere. So like even though when I was doing math in some in my high school, or doing mechanical engineering in my undergrad, I was problem solving. And problem solving, as long as like break the bigger problem into smaller problems, take it down to the lowest level that you can
Can
and then
solve it.
solve it and then build it back up or something. So like even in math, you do things of that nature. Like when you look at an equation, it's too big to understand. Then you start with little pieces, or whatever the case may be.
Right.
Like you
Divide and
understand the concept of problem solving, and then that problem solving goes over domains. So like you could be, if you're a good problem solver, you'll be good in software engineering, you'll be good in maybe in electrical engineering. I don't know because I haven't done it, but so like learn problem solving is the biggest thing that you can get out of education.
हाँ. तो ठीक है भाई, बहुत बढ़िया नॉलेज मिली है. थैंक यू रॉकेट. एंड देखें भाई, इसका कुछ यूज़ करो आगे. अपना 10वीं 12वीं वाले बच्चे जो हैं, अपना बेस जो है मैथ, साइंस, फिज़िक्स, केमिस्ट्री, यही सबसे ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है हर चीज़ में. चाहे तुम मैकेनिकल लाइन में जाओ, या फिर कंप्यूटर्स में जाओ, या किसी और लाइन में जाओ. हाँ, क्या कह रहे थे रॉकेट?
I mean, जैसे कि बोलते हैं, मैं नहीं, but I'm parroting somebody else's statement कि the future is in terms of hard sciences, it's computational science or chemical and metallurgy. So like the future is, at least the way that I understand, is those are the two fields which will be very hot going forward. Metallurgy, chemicals, and computers.
तो भाई चलो राम राम करते हैं. और ये था फ्रॉम ढाकला टू डीसी, मिस्टर रॉकेट.